Oh, Maya, you're so funny. Ha 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 ha. Once the lunch bell rings, Kurodana Maya raises both her hands and yells. Seeing her and laughing, our other classmates leave their seats and exit the classroom in their own little groups. It's so peaceful. There is very clearly something going on at this school, so the passing of these uneventful days is surprisingly stressful. I'm being forced to experience a truth I didn't want to know about. I'm just always on my toes, you know, wary. She must be thinking that I'm making an otherwise delightful lunch break gloomy. I rush to fix my composure. Oh, it's nothing. Ignoring my dodge, she continues questioning me. Well, aren't you quite the nosy girl? Why do you say that? I'm somewhat shocked, but I managed to not show it on my face and answer with a question of my own. Maybe they just want to be done earlier. Have you ever thought of that, huh? Half glasses face? Wow, worst insult ever. Adjusting her glasses with her fingertip, she peers into my face. She hasn't grasped exactly what's going on, but she knows something is going on, but she doesn't know what. She sure is sharp when it comes to these sort of things. It's the glasses, I'm telling you. I have to be careful with what I say to her. Well, actually, there are very small distinctive differences between either one of those. No, I'm just kidding, I don't give a fuck. I'd hate for that guy in white to be one of those three. Of course, it's not something I'm going to be saying to her. I haven't heard anything about ghosts, but if they're patrolling early, then you guys should go back to the dorms early too. I don't want her poking her nose in this out of idle curiosity. As I casually suggest that they obediently follow orders, Yoshida takes my words to heart. That's my Sawara. She's a good girl, unlike you. You're a nosy girl. Please do so. By the way, if you don't get going, the cafeteria is going to be packed. Trying to cut the conversation short, Kurodani takes the bait. Whew. There we go. I successfully lured them away. Kurodani dashes out of the classroom, and Yoshida yells out. Bye-bye. See you. What a lively bunch.
Michi?
Huh? Hey, Omaru. Omaru makes his way over to my seat as I watch the two girls fly out of the classroom.
何騒いでたの? Kurodani-san.
The same as always. It looks like she doesn't know anything about what happened to Murakamo.
そっか。やっぱりまだ一般の生徒には伏せてるんだね。
Even if we try to explain it, we haven't got a clue about the cause. Anyway, we should grab lunch too. We'll be walking around all day after school, so we'll need energy.
そうだね。
Perhaps it's because we've been patrolling the school along with the disciplinary committee, but the guy in white hasn't shown up since, and we haven't heard any more rumors about the ghosts. It's really trying to erase all traces of itself. It's a smart guy, a girl, person, ghost.
下校時刻になりました。全校生徒は速やかに校内から退出し、寮へ戻ってください。
You heard that? Everybody, go the fuck back home right now. As expected, we ended up coming back to the bureau after scouring the school. No luck today either, huh? Flopping down onto a chair, I stretched myself out as I yawned. I normally never feel exhausted after this amount of exercise, but it's probably because of all of our efforts that have been fruitless so far.
他に何も事件が起きてないのはいいんだけどね。
It'd be a big help. That being said, being stressed despite nothing happening is quite tiring as well.
このまま村雲先輩の一件がうやむやになっちゃうってことあると思う？
It's possible we won't, but it'd leave a bitter aftertaste in my mouth. As much as I don't want any more victims, I'm dying to know the truth.
そうだよね。結局何が起きたのかわからないままなんて。
It'd be terrible if we had to end this inconclusively. It would also be bad if another victim appeared once we let down our guard. Muko is silent and has a complicated expression as she listens to our idle conversation from the side. What's wrong, Muko? Is there something that's caught your attention?
いえ、犯人はあれが事故ではなく犯人がいるとすればの話ですが。
Assuming that it was not an accident. I mean, I guess that's also a possibility. That, I mean, it could be, right? That it was an accident. It actually kind of seems to point more towards that. Because when you think about it, he was not hurt. He was brought here safely by the ghost, which is something that it's sort of done to us as well. It just safely brought us out of that world to our current world. So maybe Murakami just ended up in that world somehow. You know, through whatever means, and like, oh shit, well, you're not supposed to be here, let's bring you back. And like, yeah, I don't think he was attacked or anything like that. I'm actually more convinced that it's an accident.
犯人は村雲くんを混沌させた理由を考えていたんです。何のためだったのかと。
Well, that would then be that he saw something he's not supposed to, I think. Motive?
結果としては村雲くんは意識を失い、記憶が3日分消されていました。それは犯人にとってやろうとしたことの全てだったと思いますか？
No, because that's weird. Like, why would you... Right? Why would that be the goal? I think back to when we first discovered Murakami collapsed in the hallway. It just seems like such an odd goal to do to a person. I can't tell whether or not the culprit had accomplished his goal based on what we witnessed. If he had, and if the culprit was the guy in white, then why was he standing there watching over Murakami? Why didn't he leave sooner? It could be that we interrupted at the moment that ghost was about to do something. I don't know. It's possible that he interrupted what he was trying to do.
私もそう考えてみたんです。
Something more might have happened if we hadn't showed up at that moment in time. Though what that might have been remains a mystery.
中断したんだとして、俺たちが来なかったら、例えば何をしようとするの？
I don't know. His kidneys could have been harvested. I don't know. Maybe steal something from his pockets? I don't want to imagine it being anything more violent than that, and it didn't seem like it would be. Oh, it's only my impression. I didn't sense any murderous intent. Thinking along similar lines, Muko nods and states her own thoughts on the
どこか
matter.
へ連れ去るとか。
Take him elsewhere, huh? That could work. It's plausible. What? What if, like, Murakami's a person that they're sort of experimenting on, maybe? Maybe they're doing weird experiments in that other world? And Murakami was just a person that was brought there, experimented on before, and this is like another experiment, and he's like, he was about to be brought to that world, and then we interrupted that from happening? I don't know. I feel like experiments could be possible, something like that. He'd probably resist if he were conscious, and we arrived right after the guy in white made him faint. But what would be the point in kidnapping Murakami?
そこまではわかりません。連れ去る目的だったと断定する材料もありませんから。
Well, maybe that guy just wanted to erase his memories for whatever reason. Yeah, just for fun? But that doesn't strike me as... That's just weird.
そうですね。記憶以外に変調を期していることは何もないようですし。
Like, the only reason to make someone lose their memories is because something within those memories, there is something quote-unquote incriminating, right? There's some information in there that you wouldn't want other people to know.
村雲先輩、あれから体調崩したりもしてないみたいだね。
Yeah, and if nothing else is wrong with him, then that's the only thing that he has quote-unquote done wrong, right? He was as noisy as always when I ran into him in the hallway yesterday. He started snapping at me upon seeing me, and our usual exchange ensued. What is it about me that he hates so much? It's cause I get all the waifus, that's why, that's what it is. Murakamo is just a silly side character who ain't got any action. That's why he hates me so much.
ミッチーと先輩の喧嘩、なんか名物みたいになってるんだけど。
Now that you mention it, there were quite a few spectators. For whatever reason, there was a crowd of people who stopped to watch us argue. I think there were some disciplinary committee members who were trying to drive them back to their dorms.
妙な評判を立てないでください。
Don't I already have one? I'm not doing it on purpose. He's the one who always starts it.
君がからかうのではないのですか？
I'm merely replying to his questions.
その返事の内容が問題なんじゃ。
自重してください。
I'll try. Tell that to Murakamo. I get the feeling that he'd probably say the same thing as me if he were told that. Moko says the following, as if she has a headache.
ミブさんは止めないのですか？
She just kept watching us with a smile on her face. I wonder why. Why didn't you two say anything? What's wrong? What?
それでどうするの今日は？
The fuck was that? That was weird as hell. When I said, yeah, Mibu-san was just laughing and watching, they both were like, what? That was really weird. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But all I know is that felt really weird. What was that? He forcefully tries to change the subject. What the fuck? It would have probably only served to hurt me if I tried to switch it back. So I keep
もう
quiet.
少し見回ってみる？
Yeah. Not only have we not been able to find the guy in white, there haven't been any witness reports either. However, since we don't have any leads to go on, we don't have any choice but to randomly search for him.
ここでこうしているよりはマシでしょうね。
And not like there's anything else on our plates. The telephone rings as soon as I get up from my seat. What is this about?
はい、特殊事案調査分室です。
A spicy phone call? She lifts the receiver. Through it, I hear a somewhat panicked voice. What? Her expression suddenly goes grim as she listens. Uh-oh.
何？事件？
Apparently, I think so? Seems that
そ
way.
れは本当ですか？どこで？また保健室前なんですね。
Again? Omoro and I exchange glances and rush over to Muko, who's now standing up.
わかりました。すぐそちらへ向かいます。はい、では。
Hanging up, she tells us what she heard on the phone while walking towards us. Or towards the door, rather.
風紀委員からの通報です。また生徒が保健室前で倒れていると。
Again? So the exact same thing that happened to Murakamo. What? Another one? Who is it this time? Tsubaki-chan!
ああ、来てくれたか。
Running up to the infirmary, we find Tsubaki-chan there waiting for us. The collapsed student is nowhere to be found. They've probably already been taken
通
inside.
報がありましたので。
うん。見つけたのは別の風紀委員なんだが。
But this is weird, right? The exact same location? Probably around the exact same time too when we found Murakamo, I'm guessing. Because this is during the patrol time, right? So this is right before Realm of Night starts. She shifts her gaze from Muko to me.
吉田ソアラさんというのは確か古賀君と同じクラスの人だな。
Is it Sora? Yoshida?
吉田さん？
Really? Her? A completely unexpected name comes from her mouth, and Omaro and I shout out at practically the same instant. Is she the one who collapsed?
そうなんだ。あ、でも気を失ってるだけだ。命に別状はないそうだ。
Hearing that gives me a considerable amount of relief. My shoulders relax enough to make me feel amazed at how tense I was. So it's the same as what happened to Murakamo? Well, we'll know when she becomes conscious again, and if her memory is erased.
そうだ。やはり怪我はない。
So this is a common theme, right? They're found unconscious from the infirmary. It's around the time after classes are over, but before Realm of Night starts. They never have any injuries, just only unconscious. And we haven't confirmed the last part yet, but they probably all have amnesia to some degree, or some part of their memory is missing.
そうですか。無事でよかった。
Yeah, but why Yoshida of all people? If the culprit is the same one, then his choice of people makes no sense. Maybe it's just random?
同じクラスということは、今日吉田さんに会っているのですね。
Yeah, we did. She seemed the same as always, though. I recalled my ordinary conversation with Kurodani during lunch.
普通に元気だったよ。
Yeah, I mean, they went to go get lunch, right?
授業が終わった後はすぐに教室を出たのでしょうか。
Hey, I even told her that she had to. I'm not sure. I didn't notice because I went straight to the bureau once they were over.
俺も見てないな。
But didn't we like sort of tell her like, yep, you gotta go to classes on time, or you gotta go back to your dorm earlier? And Sora was immediately like, oh yeah, I definitely will, I'm a good girl. I think she was talking to Kurodani about something, but it was so routine that I didn't pay much attention to it, and I can't clearly remember. For what it's worth, I did indirectly tell her to quickly return to the dorms when we were talking during lunch. Maybe I should have been more explicit about
警
it.
戒を促すにも私たちにも何が起きたか把握できていない。どのように注意すべきか具体的なことが言えません。
Yeah, there are a lot of weird, strange things, and I feel like we're lacking a lot of information. I thought that she'd condemn me, but she instead seems to be trying to tell me that we don't have the time to be regretting our actions. Well, I admit that that's true. The pain I'm feeling in my stomach out of frustration hasn't subsided. I mean, come on, dude, you couldn't have known that later in time she was going to be quote-unquote kidnapped or whatever was done with her, right? We couldn't have known.
それで吉田さんは保健室で寝てるんですか？
いや、もうすぐ夜になるから寮の自室に運ばれている。
Oh, okay. I see. The night realm's supposed to be a secret after all.
ああ、村雲と同じ状態とはいえ、朝まで絶対に起きないとは限らないしな。
In the off chance that she wakes up in the middle of the night, not only would the secret be exposed, she'd probably also suffer a panic attack. It's likely that her memories of the past couple of days will be lost, so she'd be confused as well. Her room was the safer choice, yeah, definitely.
先生方もそういう判断でね。一応友達が様子を見てくれているそうだ。
黒谷さんかな？
Probably. They're very close.
黒谷マヤさんだったかな。
Yep,
同じクラスの人だな。
that's the one. Yeah, the energetic one. I'm sure that even she'd be flustered too if she saw Yoshida being carried in while unconscious.
なら吉田さんはひとまず安心と見ていいですね。
I hope we'll be able to get some answers from her tomorrow morning. Though, like Murakamo, she might have forgotten everything.
ミブさん。
Hey, Shizuka-chan! Murakamo comes running up, and upon seeing us, blatantly shows a face of disgust. Come on, man! Can't we let bygones be bygones?
なんでお前らが言うんだよ。
I saved your life. You can. I mean, he thanked us, but still, like, come on, dude. Because we got a report from one of your team members.
通報？
He suddenly realizes and lowers his tone of voice. He then scans our surroundings. It looks like he's noticed that it's the same place where he fainted. That's right. Another student collapsed here. He forcefully tries to conceal his emotions.
意識は？
まだ戻っていないそうだ。
If it's the exact same thing as what happened to you, it'll take until the next morning.
だろとか言われても、俺は気づいたら3日経ってたっつうの。
Yeah, according to your own memory, because 3 days have been missing, but our memories haven't been missing, we know. Alright, it was more than just a night from your perspective.
まあな。
Surprisingly, he meekly nods. I'm sure that the fact he can't remember what happened is gnawing at him on the inside. He looks like he might have a clue as to what's going on. I hope he's not tormenting himself too much over it. He's the kind of person who'd do just that. It's a little scary. And speaking of which, Muko seems like she has an idea too. Glancing over at her, I see that she's talking to Tsubaki-chan about Yoshida.
では、今回は付近には人影はなかったんですね。
ああ、倒れた女生徒以外誰もいなかったそうだ。
周辺でも例の白い人影を見たなどという話は？
それもないよ。不審な人影は何も目撃されていない。
The fact that the quote-unquote ghost/cloaked person wasn't found really seems to hint at that it's just dropping the people off here right in front of the infirmary. Right? Because that seems consistent as well. It probably just we found Yoshida a little bit later than we did Murakamo. During Murakamo, when the ghost brought him here, she wasn't able to escape yet. But with Yoshida Sora, she was. That seems to be it. She just finds, I don't know, for some reason people are entering that world, she finds them, she brings them back here, erases their memory, and just like... I mean, she brings them right in front of the infirmary too, right? That's also just a sign of like, that it's probably a good person. Like, it brings them here so that when they're found, they're immediately close to a place where they can be taken care of. Not that there's anything, you know, wrong with them because she hasn't hurt them, but still, right in front of the infirmary every single time? Apparently the disciplinary committee sent everyone they had to in order to investigate and gather information as quickly as possible.
保健の先生も部屋にいたそうだが、妙な物音も争うような声も何も聞いていないと言ってる。
音もなくですか。
Yep, just a drop and go. How uncanny that she didn't hear anything when it was right outside. Yoshida's quite the scaredy cat, so just seeing that guy in white would have been enough to make her scream, meaning that she was probably quote-unquote knocked unconscious before.
そうだね。確実に叫んでるね。
Omaru, being equally as timid, empathizes with her and nods. I don't know why that word was suddenly strange for me to read. Empathizes.
では不意をつかれたか、あるいは混沌した現場がそもそもここではないかですね。
You mean that guy in white brought Yoshida here?
現場が別だとすればその可能性もあります。ですがまだ誰の仕業かは断定できません。
Yeah, I guess. Then the question becomes, if that guy in white is unrelated to this, then why was he standing there? The rumored ghost just happened to be walking by? Do coincidences like that even happen?
けど、なんで今度もここで倒れてるんだろう。
He mutters a question that's also been on my mind. Yeah, is there something special about the infirmary? Maybe something to do with magic?
そういう話は聞いたことがありません。
I think it's just because it's the safest place to return that person, right? Obviously, there was no harm done to them, nor does the ghost wish to do any harm to that person. They just want to bring them back safe and sound. So, in order for them to be found, in front of the infirmary is a pretty safe place, right? And it's, as I mentioned, it's close to people that are like the nurse that's gonna take care of them. Muko shakes her head and Tsubaki-chan nods, being of the same opinion.
私もだ。以前にもここで何か事件が起きたというような話も覚えがない。村雲はどうだ？よく資料を読んでるだろう、君は。
Nothing comes to mind for him either, it seems, as he crosses his arms and says
保
apologetically.
健室に関しては特に変わった騒ぎがあったなんて記述は見たことはありません。
じゃあ、別に場所には意味はないのかな。
ただなぜこの場所なのかというのは確かに気になりますね。私たちには分からなくても何かしらの意味があるのかもしれません。
Should we have someone stand guard to prevent any shitty people from coming near here?
その手は打っておいて損はないと思います。いかがですか、ミブさん。
What about cameras? Do we have fucking cameras here in this world? Oh yeah, we do! We actually do have cameras in this world because remember? It was actually in episode 4, right? With the Harry Chevrolet thingy, where they were actually sort of spying on me in my room when Tsubaki-chan came by as well. Yeah, so they do have cameras. They should just put a camera here at this spot to just, you know, see what happens here.
そうだな。風紀委員長に頼んでみよう。
お願いします。私は念のためミストが使用された形跡がないか確認します。
Off to the library then? Rito's the only one we can ask about mist-related matters. Yeah, let's go to Rito. She has all the answers.
よろしく頼むぞ。行こう、村熊。
はい。
The two of them briskly leave, as I'm seeing them off. Will he be okay?
Eh?
I'm talking about Shizuka-chan. I only called him that because the text told me to, okay? I still didn't call him that yet. It seems like he's really frustrated.
やっぱり気にしてるみたいだね。
I'm trying really hard. Trust me, I'm trying really hard to hold myself back from saying it. He thinks so too, huh? Murakamo's normally so aggressive towards me, so I'm guessing he's not just going through a quiet phase. Well, Tsubaki-chan is with him, so he hopefully won't be doing anything too rash.
ミブさんは無茶をしそうなら止めてくれるでしょう。
Oh, for now, we need to go to the library. Walking through the now deserted hallway, we head towards the basement of the school. We're coming, Rito! Rito is, as always, standing all by herself deep within the library. A bit of dust dances in the air under the dim lighting, making for a modest decoration.
リトさん、また何かあったみたいね。
Cause he's like, yep, you guys never come to visit me when nothing is wrong, huh? You only come here when shit is happening and shit is going wrong out there. You ungrateful little shits. Seeing us approaching, she walks towards us, her long hair gently swaying. Given how we brushed out of the bureau office earlier, she was probably expecting us.
今度は何？先日と同じです。保健室前に生徒が倒れていました。そう。全く同じ状況なの？
Pretty much everything is identical except for the memory loss thing, but that's just one thing we haven't confirmed yet.
ほとんど違っているのは、今回は白い人影が目撃されていないことくらいです。
Oh yeah, okay, that's a difference too, but I feel like that's just more up to the timing of us spotting or finding the body, finding the person, rather than that being like a big difference. Though he disappeared pretty quickly when we tried to chase him last time.
今回は見つかる前に消えただけかもしれないよね。
Yeah, that's my boy Omaru. See, he figured out as a smart boy. That's most likely what happened. We and the disciplinary committee have been on our guard since Murakamo's incident. The guy in white has to have noticed it too.
リトさん、本日校内でミストが使用された形跡はありませんか？私の把握している限りはないわね。
I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that this is not mist-related at all.
やはりですか。では後で今回倒れた生徒にもミストの形跡がないか調べてもらえますか？もちろんいいわよ。あと念のために確認しておきたいのですが。何かしら？現場は二度とも同じ保健室の前の廊下なのです。あの保健室やその付近にミストに関係した何か特別な事柄はありますか？保健室。そうね。保健室に何かがあったという記述は読んだ記憶がないわ。
Well, have you read everything here, Rito? I'm just kidding, of course. I'm pretty sure she's read every book in here thrice. Rito answers the question without much thought.
では、過去にあの場所が保健室以外の別の部屋だったことがあるというようなことは？
This time, it takes her a few seconds before she responds.
改装は何度かされているはずよ。
Wait, what's been renovated? Are there any records about the location being a room? Okay. I guess what she's trying to say that before there might have been a room and that person, the ghost, is just from a very old time and just out of habit returns people to that place because back then in that old time, before the renovation, it was a room maybe that he was just familiar with. I don't know. I get kind of what she's trying to get at. I understand.
校内の見取り図などはあるわよ。それを調べさせてもらえますか？
ええ、いいわ。地図は向こうの奥の棚。私も一緒に行くわ。
お願いします。地図だけでも膨大でしょうから。
手伝おうか？
いえ、必要ありません。引き続き学園内の捜索をお願いします。
Okay. Alright. Though we don't know if that guy in white will show up again. Furrowing her brow, she says, with a grave look in her
万が
eyes.
一現れても不用意に追うとまた消えてしまいそうですから慎重に。
Me and Prudence. I'll try. Yeah, got it. Nodding, Omaru and I leave the library. Alright, we'll leave you ladies. I was right. She's anxious about that guy in white.
どうしたの？
Nothing much. There's just something on my mind.
何が？
Don't you get the feeling that Moko's hiding something from us?
隠してるのかな？
Hmm? He slows down and looks at his feet.
なんていうか、牛尾さんの場合、本人が隠してるつもりはないんじゃないのかもって。
Maybe. He says that in a subdued voice, as if he finds it difficult to say. Oh, she probably thinks that there's no need to tell us about it.
まあ、本当に必要なことはちゃんと話してくれてると思うけどね。事件の情報とか。
I'm guessing the reason why she hasn't told us about it, because she doesn't seem like the person that wouldn't tell us if it's extremely necessary, right? I think that's the key point. She doesn't find it necessary yet because it's just a hunch. Like, she thinks it may be related to Mutsuki or whatever, but she doesn't know for certain. That's why she hasn't told us yet. I think that's the reason at least.
でも、これは関係ないだろうって牛尾さんが思ったことは。
She won't tell us. Well, she's been that way from the start. That may be all there is to it. I had thought that she'd been acting weirdly, but maybe she's just being overly cautious with us.
未だにあまり信用されてないのかなって思うと、ちょっと寂しいけどね。
I just think that's how she is as a person, right? Like, I don't think she necessarily wants to... Like, she... I don't know how to say it, but like... I don't mean it in like a disrespectful way, but like, I don't think she's a person that's like interested in like making friends or like connecting with people or anything like that, right? She just kind of does her own thing, and she's very straightforward about things when she does need to tell stuff, but like, she's not gonna be a person that like opens up about her own problems on her own, right? She would only tell someone something if it's important to what they're currently doing. She's not just gonna make like small talk or like, oh, this will be an emotional bonding moment between us, so let me open up and pour my heart out to you. She just doesn't seem like that kind of person to me. He says that as if to himself. Catching a glimpse of his depressed face makes me a little irritated about Moko for some reason. It's not like I completely trust her either. Whoa, dude, wait, are you distrusting her?
なんでそこ張り合うの？そこは張り合っちゃダメだろ。
I definitely don't trust her. Oh, really? You seem down in the dumps, so I wanted to counteract that.
ミッチー、からかってるだろ。
You never know, huh? What if it's all an act? That wasn't my intention. I'm not exactly sure why I'm so pissed off, but I ended up saying something stupid as a result of my trying to hide that. No, I just wanted to get rid of the gloomy atmosphere. I say that in my usual lighthearted tone of voice to avoid betraying my inner confusion. He doesn't seem to notice, and is taking it as another one of my jokes.
和まないよ。もうどっちも頑固なんだから。
I am?
俺から見たらいい勝負だよ。ミッチーも牛尾さんも。
Are you sure? I feel like she would win that battle easily. Much to my displeasure, I can clearly picture her saying the exact same phrase, her voice bleeding with disappointment. It's making me angry though, so I don't say anything about it.
ほら、ミッチ、行くよ。
Alright, alright. In his own little way, he's worrying about the gulf that still exists in our relationship with her. Though it's not like I'm not concerned about it either. After all, I don't think she's planning on opening up to us anytime soon.
ミッチってば。
I'm coming! Yeah, I'm coming, dude. Before I know it, he's already a good distance ahead of me, and I run to catch up. And as expected, we caught neither a glimpse nor wind of the guy in white. The next day, I've been a bit worried, but our worries have been for naught. Sora!
吉田さん。
She's back to normal? Yoshida Sora, or yeah, Sora. I called her like Soara before, but Sora definitely sounds much better. Yoshida Sora arrives at school, looking as if nothing had happened. I think it's pretty safe to like fully conclude. I mean, we still gotta ask about if she lost her memory or not, but still, like, the fact that she's just back to normal pretty much, right? For like at least her body functionality. She's not hurt, she's not injured in any way, and seems as if nothing has happened. It seems as if exactly the same thing happened to her as it did with Shizukacho. And actually, Kuradani is with her.
おはよう。やっほー。二人とも。
Yahoo! Morning!
大丈夫？もうなんともないの？
うん、大丈夫だよ。ごめんね。なんか昨日は心配かけちゃったみたいで。
Yeah.
本当だよ。
Kuradani interjects without a moment's delay. She seems the same as always, but she was probably fairly worried, as her tone is more serious than usual.
なんか遅いから変だなと思ったら担ぎ込まれて帰ってくるんだもん。腰抜けるかと思ったわよ。
So you got back to the dorms first, I'm assuming.
それがね、私昨日当番だったからソーラの方が先に帰ったはずだったのよ。そしたらまだ寮にいなくてさ、どこで道草食ってんだろうと思ったら倒れてたって言うじゃない。
Yoshida lowers her head and holds Kuradani's hand.
朝起きたら元気だったからいいけどさ。
Yeah, you seem like you're full of energy.
全然なんともないよ。
Okay, that's good. From what I can see, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with her body. Yeah, her body's definitely
でも
okay.
何が起きたのか。
Ah, there it is. There it is. Well, her memory's gone too. Yep. Okay, okay. Now we can 100% fully conclude that the exact same thing happened. As she says that, she slumps her shoulders and sulks, irritation written all over her face. Just as we expected.
覚えてないんだ。
ずっと考えてはいるんだけど。
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
いいよ。
Are we gonna ask the same dumbass stupid questions that she can't answer? Do you remember anything about... Ah, dude. Is there anything you remember about what happened yesterday?
それが全然。朝起きてマーヤちゃんに聞いてびっくりしたくらい。
I mean, I guess these questions seem more stupid than they actually are. It's maybe just to test whether she really has lost her memory, because I don't know, maybe there's a chance that she'd be lying, although I have no idea what she would get out of it. But yeah, I guess it's just a test for consistency, just to make 100% sure that she's lying, not lying. Her eyes grow wider. It really must have come as a shock to her. I see. It's exactly the same as what happened to Murakamo. And I guess, yeah, just to figure out if, like, the exact same thing, right? So we can compare it to Murakamo. But,
なんでだ
yeah.
ろうね。何かよっぽどショックなものでも見た？怖いこと言わないでよ。見たとしても覚えてないし。
She's in the same boat as Murakamo, so that's probably not the case. What else did I want to ask about? Can you tell how much of your memories are missing? 2 or 3? Well, I think 3. She looks up at the ceiling as she counts on her fingers.
少なくとも昨日と一昨日はもうさっぱり。気がついたら3日くらい経ってた感じ。
Okay. 3 days, huh? Yeah.
そうそう。起きてしばらく話が合わなくて困ったもんね。まさか記憶がすっ飛んでるとは思わないからさ。私だって3日も経ってるなんて思わなかったよ。
I mean, when do you ever expect to lose your memories? Murakama also said that he felt like 3 days had passed after he woke up, so it's probably safe to assume that these 2 incidents are related. What else did I want to ask about? The last one. Do you recall seeing anyone suspicious wearing a white cloak or some sort?
それって夕方に出るっていう。何幽霊また出たの？見たの？
Kurodani eagerly leans forward. Yoshida looks like she wants to shrink backwards and speaks in a frightened tone while shaking her head.
やだ、私知らないよ。
Okay, okay.
ねえ、出たの？子がどうなの？カラスマン。
Yoshida frantically denies it, so Kurodani passes the question on to us. No, it's just a rumor. There haven't been any sightings of it or anything. Umaru?
なんだ。
We're not allowed to tell him.
残念そうに言わないでよ。怖いよ。ごめん。会わなくてよかったね。
It doesn't sound like Yoshida knows anything more than the rumors. Alright. Kurodani, you only heard about this after you got back to the dorms, right? I don't think we'll be able to get anything else out of Yoshida, so I try asking Kurodani instead.
そうよ。
You two went your separate ways after classes?
教室だったよね。ごめん。覚えてない。
Yeah. Yoshida apologetically lowers her head when asked to confirm.
ああ、そっか。ごめん。確か当番だから先に寮に戻っててって言って別れたのよ。教室で。
I see. I mean, this is very useful at least, right? That Kurodani is with Sora for most of the day, so we can get maybe some bits and pieces of information of what Sora was up to during those 3 days.
吉田さん、保健室に行く用事とか何か言ってなかった？
Umaru remembers mid-sentence that Yoshida's lost her memories and asks Kurodani.
何も。それも不思議なのよね。
Yeah.
だってうちの教室から寮に帰るなら保健室の前なんて通らないじゃない？
Yeah, you'd have to take a detour to get there. Our classroom is fairly close to the entrance, which takes you out to the courtyard. So the fact that the infirmary is a detour away from the dorms and classes means that it's not a place where you can just sort of like, oh, la 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 la. You know, if you're going from one place to another, and you're just like, if you just, while walking there, just collapse and then it just happens to be in front of the infirmary. So it can't be a coincidence either, right? The only way to end up in front of the infirmary is if you consciously try to go there. You'd have to walk in the opposite direction to arrive at the infirmary. If Yoshida went straight home, she would have never passed by there.
保健室に行く用事。思いつかないな。
Nothing? No lady troubles or something? She tries to search through her remaining memories, but she doesn't have any idea either.
急に気持ち悪くなって校舎を出ないで保健室に向かったとか？
でも保健の先生も体はどこも具合悪くなってないって。
So you did go to the infirmary?
そっか。廊下で倒れちゃうくらいならなんともないってことはないか。
Oh, you mean the nurse after the whole fainting thing? I can't imagine that the nurse would make such an erroneous diagnosis. I've never really met her before, but Muko and Tsubaki-chan seem to trust her, so I doubt she's incompetent.
いつも通り普通に起きてきてびっくりしたくらいだからね。 私もいつも通りの朝だと思ってたのに、マーヤちゃんが驚くからびっくりしたよ。
It probably ended up as a mess of a conversation, with Kurodani worried that Yoshida fell ill, and Yoshida confused as to why Kurodani would be worried in the first place. Thankfully, a nearby disciplinary committee member rushed over there once he heard that she had awoken, and everything was sorted out. It must have been one chaotic morning.
けど、なんで倒れてて記憶だけ飛んでるんだろう。
Well, yeah, it's a real mystery. Well, I mean, we pretty much know the answer to that. If she's lost her memories, maybe she saw something she wasn't supposed to, and they were forcefully erased? Yep, exactly that. I'm sure there are at least one mist out there capable of doing that. However, we still haven't found any traces of a mist being used.
記憶ね。
Memories. Crossing her arms, Kurodani tilts her head and ponders the situation. It's okay. There's really no need for you to think so hard about it.
どうしたの、マーヤちゃん。あ、ピーンときた。
Wait, what? Do you have an actual useful idea?
何が？
Yoshida's face stiffens as it clearly shows that she's getting a bad feeling about this. I'm kind of on the same side. Yeah, I'm of the same sentiment.
ここにいるソアラって実は3日前からタイムスリップしてきたんじゃない？
I'm not even gonna respond to that. Yet another one of her crazy theories. Yoshida is speechless. Omaru is mirroring the expression on her face.
だから記憶がないのよ。どう？この推理。
I'd like to believe that if a time machine were to ever exist, right? I mean, it would already exist in the first place. But if it did, that people wouldn't waste it on useless shit like just teleporting 3 days into the future or whatever, right? I'd like to believe that people were to actually use time travel to prevent dangerous or like life-threatening or like world-threatening, earth-threatening, space-threatening shit from happening somehow. I don't know, but you know, not just to like travel through time for the fuck of it, just for fun, just for funsies. And no offense, Sora, okay, but like, if time traveling is possible, there is no way that Sora would be one of the few select rare people to be able to both discover time travel and be capable of time traveling. I mean, like, to time travel, you kind of have to discover it as well, right? Unless it's a well-known wide world discovery and everybody can sort of use it in that world, but that would be, I don't know, then it's not special anymore, and what the fuck happens then? Then everybody just switches timeline over and over. Okay, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I feel like once I start thinking about that, my mind is gonna get fucked up. But yeah, you know what I mean, right? It's gonna be way too complicated and what the fuck. Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. Good job I stopped myself before that, because I could have gone on like a 10-minute rant of like confusing myself and you guys during the process of it as well. I did a good job there, right? If that's the case, then where's the present-day Yoshida? Yeah, shouldn't she be here still as well, right?
入れ替わりで3日前に戻っちゃってるとか？
Her enthusiasm quickly subsides, and her argument grows incoherent. Then people would have noticed that Yoshida was acting strangely 3 days ago. Got him!
覚えてないけど、私3日前に何かおかしなこと言ってた？覚えてないけど。
That's why, like, the whole concept, the idea of time travel is just... I feel like it's not just something you can easily implement in the story, right? Ah, fuck, what can I do here? Ah, they're like in a pickle. You know what? Time travel. I mean, time travel in and of itself just brings a whole slew of complications with it, right? It's just... You have to go back to so many parts in the story. If you are going to add time travel, you have to go back in the story to try and make sure that everything is consistent, and like, yeah, that's way too fucking complicated. You can't just put like, oh, let's put time travel here, done. You'll have so many fucking plot holes.
いや、全然普通だったよ。うん。
Omaru hurriedly tries to calm the flustered Yoshida.
あれ？違うのかな？いい推理だと思ったんだけど。
In what way? She would have been the first to notice if her best friend were acting strangely. And if there was some really weird time slip happening, we would have noticed with Murakamo. Tsubaki-chan would have said something, considering how sharp she is. I'll just pretend I never heard Kurodani's theory in the first place. Yeah. Classes are now over, and I leave the classroom after somehow managing to shake off all the ever so curious Kurodani. She can be such a pain to deal with.
でも今度のは吉田さんが倒れちゃってるから、単なる好奇心だけでもないだろうしね。
Despite what it was, I'm sure she put some amount of thought into that theory of hers. Probably. Probably. Yeah, I know. But it's not like there's anything we can tell her.
そうだね。
Arriving at the bureau, we see that Muko's already here. However, unusual as it is, she's not reading, but rather waiting patiently. She's not even drinking tea.
吉田さんの容体は?
Before we can even sit down, she poses the question. She seems quite worried. She's full of life, just like how Murakamo was.
そうですか。無事だったのは何よりです。
でもやっぱり何にも覚えてないって。
予想はしていました。
Her expression grows sour as she nods. I feel the same way. Even though there's been another victim, we still haven't gained any more clues. She collapsed in the same manner after all.
やはり記憶も数日分なくなっているのですか?
Yeah, she said that it felt like 3 days had passed when she woke up.
同じですね。模倣である可能性もありますが、連続したものだと判断して、まず間違いないでしょう。
For a moment, the thought of bringing up Kurodani's theory in order to see her reaction crosses my— Don't even open that can of worms, dude! I better not. It's obvious what the result is going to be. All I can see is an unreasonable future with her getting angry at me.
けど、なんでなんだろう。事故とかじゃなくて誰かの仕業なら何がしたいのかな。
Why would they want to erase Murakamo's and Yoshida's memories and have them faint?
それは何かしようとしてる途中で中断されたんじゃないかって話もあったよね。
To be honest, I don't think that's the case. When Yoshida was found, apart from nobody seeing the guy in white, the rest of the situation was similar. Yeah, I feel like that theory was like it was an okay theory when we found Murakamo, right? Because we saw the cloaked person, the girl in white, we saw her still at Murakamo's body, meaning that it could have looked like she was potentially trying to do something to Murakamo and wasn't finished yet when we caught her, right? But that's not the case with Yoshida because her body was already only there. If we assume that the exact same thing happened, then that means that if she was interrupted during Shizuka's, I don't know, abduction or whatever return, right? She would have already finished that part with Yoshida, but there's nothing that indicates that anything is different from Yoshida as to what happened with Murakamo. Therefore, we can pretty much draw the conclusion that it wasn't planning to do anything to Murakamo either. So it had, quote-unquote, succeeded what it wanted to do, and the end result didn't change at all. So, yeah, that theory can be thrown away now. It doesn't work anymore. If his aim was to take them somewhere, or whatever, they shouldn't have ended up in the same location.
それもそうだね。じゃあどうして？
Which means that the goal was to bring the fainted person in front of the infirmary. Why did both of them lose their memories and pass out, right? They were found in the same exact location, and were in the same condition. As Muko said, we can probably consider them to be linked, but
古賀君には何か考えが？
Seeing me lost in my thoughts. She asked me that. Yeah. His goal was to steal their memories? I mean, possibly. His goal wasn't achieved? This we can cross off the list for sure, right? He had the opportunity to quote-unquote achieve his goal with Yoshida, but nothing was different, nothing has changed. So that means in both cases the goal was already achieved. So this one is it's not for sure. The middle is crossed off. They could have been accidents. I mean, we kind of thought something like this before, right? It could have been accidents. It seems much more consistent with us when the cloaked person returned us to our world. That it was just trying to bring them back, right? Because, I mean, I'm pretty much rehashing what I sort of said in in parts before, but we ended up in that weird world, right? The cloaked person saw us there, brought us back, but the weird thing is, it didn't erase any of our memories. But right after, the principal did ask us questions, right? She did ask us questions about what I saw in that world, and then ultimately came to the conclusion that I didn't see anything, I guess, scrutinizing for her. I didn't see any of the bad stuff that she's supposedly hiding. So I feel like that's the reason why my memory is intact. If I saw something I wasn't supposed to see in there, and I told the principal about it, she would have somehow had the cloaked person, she would have her erase my memory too. So I feel like it's a bit weird though. Like, I feel like it can definitely be an accident, but like twice in like the span of a week or so, that's a little bit weird or suspicious though. Like, how can Murakamo and Yoshida both end up in the other world, see something they're not supposed to see, then their memories have been erased, and they're basically being brought back to this world in front of the infirmary by the cloaked person. Like, that's... With Murakamo, I was more certain it was an accident, but the fact that it happens twice, and like, it could be that there's like maybe some sort of weird... I don't think wormhole is the correct word, but like a portal or something? Maybe like a portal is open that actually allows you to enter into the other worlds? Right? And they just don't know about it, right? The cloaked person and the principal don't know that that portal is there, so they keep finding students like, what the fuck are they doing here? What are they doing here? How did they came here? Because you need the key of Janus for sure, unless both of the Murakamo and Yoshida somehow ended up with the key of Janus. But I feel like something is wonky. I just feel like something's kind of weird. Something's like, I feel like the portal is sort of a theory, right? But I feel like something along those lines. I feel like something is just kind of gone wrong with their plan. And things are just like... people are ending up there when they're not supposed to. I mean, this could be their goal, but like... then this would have... I feel like... Why? What is the goal of stealing memories? What do they need memories for? Nothing has ever sort of hinted at anything having stolen memories before or needing it for anything. So I feel like this is more plausible. Worst case scenario, it's possible that they were both accidents. There's nothing in common between Murakamo and Yoshida, so it's weird that they'd be chosen as victims. Moko's expression is growing grimmer by the second.
接点はありませんが、突然倒れて記憶が消える事故とはどんな事故ですか?
Well, that's not part of the accident, though. Anything goes at this school.
ありえますが、それはほぼ何らかのミスト絡みで起こります。事故なら以前の妖精や人形のように無意識にミストを発動させてしまってミストが暴走していることになります。しかしリトさんはその形跡はないと証言していましたし、ミストの痕跡も目撃証言も全くないという可能性はかなり低いと思いませんか?
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a mist. I know it's like the thing that we've been chasing, and it's been the cause of our problems in all 4 episodes, right? Whenever some weird shit happened that we had to track down, it was always a mist behind it. But it can also be for once that it's not caused by a mist, right? I guess you're right. With Kasuga Mayumi, plenty of people reported seeing that fairy darting around. It was also a continuous period of time, whereas there were several days separating Orokamo's and Yoshida's incidents, so this is probably something different.
じゃあやっぱり誰かが何か目的があってやってるのかな。
その目的が謎ですね。記憶が失われていることは気になりますが、それが目的と断定できる証拠はまだありません。
That's the big question mark still, like the goal.
混沌した原因がミストならば、記憶が代償に奪われたという可能性も考えられます。
One's memories was the compensation required? What do you mean by that? If it's the cause of their unconsciousness was a mist? But I don't think it's a mist though. It's possible that one's memories was the compensation required. Compensation, huh? When someone activates a mist, if they don't have enough mana, then a compensation is required. Oh, right, I remember that part. But then you're saying that Murakamo and Yoshida activated a mist, and they used it to the point where all of their mana was gone, and the compensation that it took from them was the memories. 3 days worth of memories. The compensation differs between mists, so it's entirely possible that there's one out there that takes away memories. Sure, but like, doesn't it take up the compensation keeps going though, right? I'm pretty sure, like, we were worried at some point, I think it was episode 2? 1 or 2, I don't know, in one of the early episodes, we were worried that it was actually going to kill someone, right? That the person was going to die because of the compensations from the mist. So it's a bit strange that, like, both the compensation period, or like what the mist took away from the people, from Murakamo and Yoshida, is the exact same. Because the only way we stop the mist, or stop the compensation, right, is to stop the mist. We didn't stop any mist though. Either we stop it or they stop it, so they tell the mist to stop, right? It was something along those lines. So, like, even then, like, if it happened a bit longer to Yoshida, then it would have been like, the last 4 days. I mean, she wasn't sure about 2 or 3, but she came to the conclusion of 3 at the end. I don't know. I think this is a possibility, although I'm not so sure about it.
リトさんは今のところミストが使われている形跡はないって言ってたよね。
Yeah, and that's the big reason why. Yeah, but if it wasn't the mist, what made them faint? Moko seems to have hit an impasse there and furrows her brow.
結局よくわかんないね。
仕方がありません。情報が不足しすぎです。
It doesn't help that neither of them remember what happened.
それに犯人はかなりうまく立ち回っています。あれだけミブさんたち風紀委員が巡回しているにもかかわらず、まるで尻尾をつかませていません。
Yeah, I feel like it's really hard to try and get new information. Yeah, he's barely leaving behind any tracks. It's almost as if that one time we saw him standing there was just a mirage.
そういえば保健室の方はどうだったの？
Moko shakes her head with much chagrin.
調べましたが、不審な点は見当たりませんでした。
Damn. Has it always been an infirmary?
地図が残っていない時代もありましたが、少なくとも何らかの魔術的なものがあった場所ではないと思います。
Okay, so the whole map thing about the previous location of the infirmary, or at least that place where the infirmary is now, nothing important was there before?
そういうものが移設されたのなら、新たに移設したことが記録に残っているはずですが、それもありませんでしたから。
Okay, so that's another theory we can cross off the list then? Apparently, she confirmed with Rito-san that there have been precedents of that with other locations. Could you give an example of a magical item?
君が踏み壊した彫像などですね。
Could you give another example, please? Not the example that like started all this shit in the first place. I'm caught off guard by how nonchalant she says it.
そういえばあれって封印なんだったね。
Yeah, we fucked up there, Omaru. He gives an awkward laugh and starts sweating. It's been a while since that bad memory's been brought up. That statue's unrelated to what's going on, though. Right?
どう関係するのさ。 あそこから魔力が吹き出してて当たった人が倒れるとか？
Don't say such scary things.
さすがにそんな事態になっていたら学園側が放っておかないでしょう。
That's good. Omaru and I would have been the first victims anyway, if that were actually the case.
彫像も保健室も直接的な関係はないと判断していいと思います。
Okay. I guess we've hit a dead end on the infirmary trail then.
ねえ、ですが念のためあの場所には風紀委員が見張りを立ててくれているそうです。
Alright, we can leave that for them to take care of.
こっちは3人しかいないし、見張りまで手が回らないしね。
Which leaves us with patrolling, huh? Not like we can do anything else at the moment.
まあ、いいでしょう。
We're not going to get anywhere by holding ourselves up in the office and speculating. Our only option is to search the school for the guy in white, despite the feeling of futility. Leaving the room, we see that the sun's already setting, dyeing the outside scenery crimson. The only people there are members of the disciplinary committee. The regular students have all returned to the dorms.
白いやつ出ないね。
This is such a huge mystery. Both of the times we've seen him were in the hallways of the school, so we're walking along them, but no
最
luck.
初に現れたのはここなんですね。
Standing in the middle of the hallway, she stares straight ahead. He disappeared once he turned the corner that she's looking at. Yeah, we were on our way to the bureau.
びっくりしたよね。何気に幽霊の話してたら本当にそれっぽいのがいるんだもん。
Or rather, exactly that. We resume walking as we talk. Moko speaks without looking our way.
その時はそばには誰もいなかったのですよね。
No, he was just wandering around by himself. Seeing that, Maru lets out a scream, which seems like it startled the guy in white.
それですぐ逃げちゃったんだよね。
見られただけで逃げたのですね。声をかけたとか追いかけようとかした後ではなくて。
Yep, meaning he was probably not supposed to be seen. I think back to that time.
白い影か。
ええ。あ、多分あんな感じ。
Hey, there it is.
証言通りだな。
It really did appear.
本物？
待て。
Omaru screamed and a guy in white ran. Tsubaki-chan instinctively chased after him. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think so? Yeah, we only chased him after he ran.
そんなに姿を見られたくないってことは、やっぱり見られたら困ることしてるってこと？
But when Furuya and I met him afterwards, he helped us come back to this world.
財布も届けてくれたよね。やっぱり悪い人っぽくないな。
Muko, who's a little ahead of us, stops walking and turns to face us as we're talking.
それは学園内で目撃された時はすぐさま逃亡して、奇妙な空間では古賀君たちの方をさっさと追い返したとも取れますね。
I guess so. He opened the door and then practically forced Furuya to go through it in the end. Basically, he doesn't want to interact with others for extended periods of time.
なんでだろ
Probably because he doesn't want people to figure out his identity?
マントで全身を覆い、顔も見せない。正体を隠したいらしいとは推察できますね。
Now we have to figure out why he's doing that.
そうですね。常に人との接触を避けているようですから、今回の件とは別に何か理由があるのでしょう。
What are your thoughts on this, Muko?
私ですか？
Can you think of any reason why he'd want to hide his identity? After several seconds of deliberation, she raises her slender index finger and says, probably because without the cloak, people would recognize her, right? As in, she's familiar with students here at the school.
可能性はいくつかあります。一つは 普通でない姿をしている場合。
Irregular appearance? I mean, I guess it could be like he just has a fucked up face or something.
中身が人間じゃないとか
I hadn't even thought of that, fuck. Well, it's not impossible. Maybe he's actually one of those weird monsters from that other world. Though, I don't think a cloak would be enough to conceal that if that were the case. Yeah, I mean, look at his fucking face. And like that round tummy. It looked like a slender human, okay? This is a giant fucking abomination, those other monsters. Any other theories?
昼の学園の一般生徒である場合。
Yeah, and then people would recognize that person.
一般生徒
風紀委員や私たちのように放課後も学園内に残る権限を持たない生徒という意味です。
You mean like he might have something to do after classes and wants to stay here?
そうです。風紀委員に見つかれば追い返されてしまいますから。
But wouldn't that create other problems? People would notice if he wasn't at the dorms.
だから夕方にしか出ないんじゃない？バレる前に寮に戻ってるとか。
Would he make it in time?
正直危険ですね。遅れると戸締まりされて寮に入れなくなる恐れがありますから。
Uh-huh. She probably feels like this hypothesis isn't very convincing and offers a counter-argument. We can probably ignore that train of thought. Any other possibilities?
あります。
What was that? She speaks after taking a shallow breath.
誰かの知り合いである場合。
He is someone that one of us knows. Ooh.
知り合い？
Ooh.
何らかの理由で知人に知られたくない行動をとっている人物が顔を隠しているという場合です。
Yeah. The most suspect would be someone I know then.
え？あ、そうか。今まで一番合ってるのってミッチーか。
What? Wait, who? There's the time Tsubaki-chan chased after him, and the time he helped us out of that other world. Oh, like, okay. The time he returned my wallet to me. And lastly, the time he was standing beside the unconscious Murakamo. It's just like I personally have seen him the most. Whenever we met, he was always trying to either run away or distance himself from me.
心当たりはあるんですか？
Not at all. Even though I'm the one saying this, it's probably pure coincidence that I've encountered him the most out of all of
で
us.
しょうね。古賀君はこの学園に来て日が浅く、知り合いもそう多くないでしょうし。
I could count the number of my own two hands. Other than you two, there's Tsubaki-chan, Murakamo, my classmates, Rito-san. I then name off some of the Night Realm students, starting with Furuya. Maro does the same thing as he watches me count off on my fingers.
俺もミッチーとほとんど同じようなもんだな。
Yep, I don't know many people. And let's not forget the principal.
可能性その4ですね。
The principal?
Eh?
The principal somehow plays a role in all of this. I don't know if she's like the mastermind behind all of this, but she definitely plays a role in all this shit. She abruptly says that, raising a fourth finger on the hand she was using to keep track of the number of hypotheses.
顔を見れば誰もが知る存在である場合。
え？学園長？
I mean, it's possible that the cloaked person is the principal itself. Hey, I never even thought of that. That could be why the principal like questioned us after, right? It could be that it's the principal. Because, I mean, obviously, right? Why would, if it is the principal, why would she be wearing a cloak? Because she's easily recognizable. Everybody knows the principal. So, okay, I hadn't even thought of that possibility. I guess it could be the principal, but then who is this Mutsuki? I just always went with the assumption that it's Mutsuki. But wasn't there... I feel like there was one situation. Where the cloaked person and the principal actually talked to each other, right? Which would make that theory invalid. Like, I can totally see that it could be the principal if it weren't for that. If it weren't for the case that we actually saw those two talking with each other. Are you serious about that?
冗談です。
I thought so. But don't say that with such a straight face. I don't know. Give us a break. She's the kind of person who'd do something just to get the kick out of it.
では保留にしますか?
Don't. You only make things even more complicated.
いくら変な人でもやらないと思うな。
そうですね。被害者が出ている状況で愉快犯的な行動を取るほどおかしな人ではないと思います。
I mean, it would depend what she gets out of it, right? Yeah. She's not entirely a book you can judge by its cover. Uh-oh.
夜だ。
Here it comes. He shuffles away from the window. Are you scared, little
見
boy?
つかりませんでしたね。
Oh, the reason is still a mystery. But that guy in white apparently only appears in the evening. Yeah, somewhat before nighttime falls. Once again, we've hit the time limit today. God damn.